Focus on Israel this morning. A lot to discuss with AOC, of course, the UN today with President Biden. Joining us now to talk more about this, we welcome in the son of former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and conservative activist Yair Netanyahu. Sir, good morning. Nice to have you on the show.
Good morning, Rich and Rob. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. I'm curious what your take is on this Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez situation. She's pushing to stop a weapons sale to Israel. What do you make of this anti-Israel push from the progressive left?
This is very unfortunate, especially, of course, everybody knows that Israel is the strongest ally of the United States in the Middle East. And of course, the United States is the strongest and closest ally of Israel. But it's also the only democracy in the Middle East. It's the only country that have in the Middle East women equality, gay rights, minority rights, such as the Christian minority and the Muslim minority as well. And it's unfortunate she's signing with the Palestinians that, according to their laws, women is the possession of men. Gays are executed by law, punishable by death to be gay. Minorities, such as the Christian minorities, are being persecuted. So I don't really get why she's siding with these kind of people who hate America too. You know, in 9/11, the Palestinians were celebrating. You can find it on YouTube while Israel was, of course, mourning. And, you know, it's really, it's hard to understand.
Seems
and of course,
continue, sorry.
Sorry. A significant part of the military aid goes to the Iron Dome defense system, which is a system that intercepts missiles coming from Gaza, targeting Israeli civilians and Israeli cities. So this system actually saved Palestinians' lives as well, because if these missiles wouldn't have been intercepted and they would hit all these civilians, much more Israeli civilians would have been killed when there's war between Israel and Hamas terrorist organization in Gaza. And then Israel would have had to retaliate in a much harder way on Gaza, and there would be more Palestinian casualties. So while the Palestinians are committing double war crime of targeting our civilians, they're also hiding behind their own civilians.
The question of then making those weapons less precise, which seems like it would be a much bigger issue. I want to also ask you, Yair, about the 76th Annual United Nations General Assembly kicking off today. President Biden has a lot to prove, trying to convince world leaders that America is in fact back. How would you say the president and the U.S. are viewed at a global level right now?
So after what happened in Afghanistan, I am very worried that the other countries in the Middle East who are Muslim and other countries who are Arabs, although Afghanistan is not Arab, but Arab and Muslim countries in the Middle East, will look at what happened to the allies of the United States in Afghanistan and think, oh, maybe it's not the right thing to be on America's side. Maybe we should look for other allies, such as China, such as Iran. So this is a very worried domino effect that might happen of American seeing as less reliable ally in the Middle East, and that's a big problem.
Yeah, I'm curious. We've got a new president, Joe Biden. Yesterday marked 8 months of Joe Biden in office. What is the feeling in Israel with Joe Biden, who's had a very hands-off approach as the U.S. president, compared to Donald Trump, who was very Israel-friendly? He was very pro-Israel.
Well, I can say that during the Trump administration and while my father was in office, we had great achievements. And I think the greatest achievement of all is the peace accords between Israel and 4 Arab Muslim countries, which is the first in decades. And it's a real peace. It's not just a fake peace. Israel and the UAE and Bahrain became very close allies, and it changed the history of the world, the history of the Middle East, that's for sure. And that's something that will be remaining forever. And we're very grateful for that. And of course, for the recognition of the Golan Heights as Israeli territory and our capital, Jerusalem, and the moving of the embassy.
All right, Yair Netanyahu, we thank you so much for joining us this morning on Wake Up America.
Thank you so much.